currently use Alpha Futures, and I also use Think Capital. Think Capital for Forex, and then Alpha Futures for futures. Alpha Capital Group payouts. Yeah, 100%. I've actually only had payouts from Alpha so far. Right, okay. I should now be sharing my screen on YouTube. So yeah, guys, on TikTok, if you want to see my charts on YouTube, just head over to Doey Trades. My eyelashes are so annoying today. I really need them done. Okay, so I'm going to run through what I'm looking at. I was potentially looking at GU sales again, but it does look like we're just pushing up. What's gold saying? So I was actually in a long position, but last night I came out because we broke some 4-hour trend lines to the downside. I was potentially looking for another for basically a sell position. If I stayed in this trade, I'd still be in the trade, but I decided to cut my losses a little bit shorter and come out because I personally thought that we were going to pull back some more past my stop loss. So I decided to take a smaller loss and come out. And then when I've come onto the charts this morning, obviously, like I said, we had that 4-hour breakout. And then it came back to the trend line, and now it's just pushing up. So I was saying into my group this morning that I'm not just going to take an impulsive sell just because there are a lot of things that are saying that this is bullish, but we know what gold can be like. Guys, I'm literally just going to get YouTube up on my iPad so I can see any comments. Okay, perfect. Got YouTube up. So guys on YouTube, if you've got any questions, just let me know. Thank you so much for the follows there on TikTok. I'm sharing my live charts on YouTube now, so I'm going to run through my analysis. So what I was kind of waiting for a potential sell here on gold was for us to reject off Asia highs. And it doesn't really look like we're doing that. So this is the 1 hour. So what I would do is wait on the 1 hour for that reaction. But because it's the 1 hour candle, we obviously got to wait for the 1 hour closure, which we haven't had yet. So once we get that closure, then I may find that continuation going back up. So yeah, for now, there's nothing for me on gold because we got to wait for that 1 hour closure. Same for silver. Silver, if we look at like coming from like trend lines, we are like coming close to this trend line here. So I will be careful if I do decide to take a buy, because I feel like gold and silver, we're kind of just ranging at the moment between these two trend lines. So we've got like a downward trend line and an upward trend line, and we're just kind of ranging a little bit. Which is making it hard for swing positions. Like you can see here, gold is a little bit consolidating. This is the biggest drop it's had in years. Guess we all need closure. Well, yeah. Hey, Andrew, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Due buys today will be decent. Yes, so originally, I was potentially looking at sells, but I feel like we are going to get a buy position. But again, it's the same as gold. Right now, we're looking at this from the 1 hour standpoint. The reason why I was dropping down is because it did kind of touch Asia highs and reject, but it wasn't like a proper wick out. It really tried to push out and then come back in. So I think I may just go off this candle. So yeah, it will be interesting. But yeah, gold, silver, GU, we're all just waiting for this closure right now. Let's have a look at NQ. Right now, nothing in NQ because we're not really getting any type of reaction. Frank, thank you. Luke, what do you mean by exotic? Just not like British. If you're asking if I'm English, then no. Mo, how are you doing? I feel like I haven't really seen, like, obviously you jump in every so often on the Discord, but you're quite quiet these days. How are you? My hair is very annoying because I literally managed to go to the gym this morning, get up at 5:30. But yeah, I was desperate to stick to my plan. But yeah, so obviously structure on NAS is looking quite bearish, but the strategy that I'm trading is that I need to wait for Asia highs or lows to be tapped into. Um, oh, I love that. That's the most important thing. That is definitely the most important thing. I think if you can get to that point where you can just take a step back because you've made money, then that's great. Thank you so much for the follows there on TikTok. Really appreciate you guys. If anyone wants to see the live charts, I'm streaming that on YouTube now, and I finally found a way to make YouTube work all right. OBS just wasn't working for me. Now you're looking like Mullen or Kidda from Atlantis, I don't know what you're talking about, Luke. Do you speak Somali? Some very, very weird questions going on here. Thank you, Luke. Thank you to whoever's running up the likes as well. I appreciate you. But yeah, so NQ, we got to just wait. I feel like we've got a lot of waiting going on. We're in this EU SAL, which I actually entered all the way up here. I'll show you guys. It's still live on my Think Capital account. We had a 30 pip stop loss. So yeah, we're currently all the way down here. I'm waiting for my 1 to 5 to get hit, and then I can trail my stop loss. With my swing trades, I don't trail them so closely. Like for my day trades, what I'll do is when we hit 1 to 1, we'll go break even. 1 to 2, I bring my stop loss to 1 to 1. 1 to 3, 1 to 2. Whereas with my swing trading, I didn't actually bring this to break even until it hit 1 to 2. So then 1 to 3, we go 1 to 1. So we're like kind of two parts behind, if that makes sense. So it just gives a little bit more room. But also with the swing trades, because I use the breakout trend lines and trend line trading, obviously I have the downward trend line that is following. Right now we're sitting at 1 to 3, no, 1 to 2. So say like we break out here on the 4-hour, when you get a 4-hour closure outside of this trend line, I'm happy to come out so that we don't have to wait for it to go all the way back down to 1 to 2 and make less. We can just come out. It'll probably be around like 1 to 4 maybe. Depends what New York Open brings. Got a lot. Yes. So I did see that we have actually got a lot going on today in terms of news for the US. We've got non-farmer employment change, PMI. We've got some speeches for the pound, euro. We got some speeches. So yeah, we've got a little bit more going on today than we have done from earlier on in the week. Typically For me though, Wednesdays never seem to be a great day for me, I'm not gonna lie. So I am definitely gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna rush that music. Okay, what other prop firms are you using? So I'm only using Think Capital and Alpha at the moment. I do want to have a Top Step account though. I feel like I prefer trading futures, I'm not gonna lie. I just think there's so much less manipulation. Like for me, whenever I trade Forex, like I will always do my analysis on Oanda. Even if I'm trading on Think Markets and whatever, I just feel like all the other, like this seems to be the most like less manipulative chart. Whereas obviously in the futures, you don't really have to worry about that. There's only one chart. But yeah, so let's have a little zoom in at Euro USD. So if we can get another rejection, what I would have liked to see from Euro USD was a rejection at the top here. So Asia liquidity highs, try to break out, reject back into the zone, and then use market structure on the lower time frames to catch the continuation down. That's essentially how I'm day trading at the moment. I used to purely just kind of trade like scalping. Do you think trades? What are you talking about? Do you think trades topless? Always. This is why I do prefer YouTube. If anyone is genuinely interested in trading, because I will just get, I guess, like really strange people here on TikTok. AJ, good morning. But guys, yeah, so anyone who wants to see the live charts, go over to Doey Trades on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, you'll see when I go live. I think on the other day, Monday, I did take a trade live. It hit 1-to-1 on gold and then took me out break even. So, you know, I'm never gonna force trades. Gold signal. I'm never gonna force trades, but if a trade comes up, then I will take it. But yeah, I'm only looking at gold, silver, NQ, Euro USD, and GBP USD at the moment. I went through a phase where I was like trying to do too much. And honestly, when on the days that price was just active on like multiple, I was just getting so confused because I was like switching between all of them, forgetting what I was waiting for. You know, short euro right now, Asia is protected high. So I'm already in a Euro USD short. I have been in this short since last Thursday. Yes, so this was my entry 1.16166. So I'm not a swing trader. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a swing trader, but I do want to start swinging in as well as day trading. So usually I do just day trade, but last Thursday I entered my first like swing positions. And I've been actually really happy about it because I feel like doing that alongside the day trading is actually it's been really, really good. I think when I tried to swing trade alone, I got very impatient. When I tried to day trade alone, like I then felt like I really wanted to swing trade. So I was like, you know what, why can't you do both? I have two different strategies for my swing trades. I will use the 4-hour and daily trendline breakouts. So I just literally just wait until they break out, just because I want to keep like the swing side of things just as simple as possible. So we just wait until that happens. So this is literally what happened here. You can see it was a 4-hour breakout. 4-hour breakout here. We had bearish structure. Then we came back up here into the range, but then just broke straight back out. So this is where I decided to take my sell position. So we've been in that sell position for, what day is it? Oh my gosh, it'll be a week tomorrow. How many trades do you do in a day? So it can be anywhere between like 0 to, on average, maybe 2, like for my day trades. So I just explained obviously what I'm doing for my swing trades, but for my day trading, yes, I have heard of GFU. Constantly being trying to be recruited for GFU, but I'm not going to be joining. Yes, I do use Alpha. I've had payouts, they're trustworthy, so yeah. I use Alpha futures, and then I use Think Capital for my Forex accounts. How come you don't want to join GFU? I've been in network marketing like on and off for years, and it's honestly just not for me. I think I've tried to go back to it so many times, and it's not that I'm against it, and I think there's so many positives about it if that suits you. But for me, I don't want like another business affecting my reputation. And yeah, there's a lot of shady people in GFU, and I don't want to be associated with it. I just would rather do my own thing. So then, I know I'm the only one responsible for my reputation. Thank you so much for the follows there on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so we got 8 minutes until these candle closures. Once these candles close, I'll tell you guys what I'm going to be waiting for. So I don't know what your name is, MLD. I'm from just outside of London, not far. And I trade gold, silver, NQ, Euro USD, and GBP USD. So yeah, I'm currently waiting. It's a bit of a slow morning, I'm not gonna lie. Like yesterday it was like fast, like everything was happening. Monday everything was happening, but I was just missing all my trades. But yeah, I'm taking it easy because historically, for some reason, Wednesdays don't seem to be a great day for me. Need to go for some food and talk business when you're free. Talk what? Yeah, I don't just meet random people to discuss business unless like we've got something to discuss. But yeah, I'm kind of very, very tired of like the network marketing stuff and all of that kind of thing, because yeah, I don't have anything against it because I actually learned to trade that way. It was a company called I'm Out, which they had to rebrand like 3 times because of that exact reason what I was talking about, like people destroying the reputation. Then they have to move on, then they have to rebrand, and it's just long. So I'm not here for it anymore. But yeah, so it's a bit of a boring morning, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've got to wait for these these 1-hour candles. Sumet, hey, hope you're doing good. Let me know on YouTube if I've got any traders there, what you're looking at. Why do you think crypto took a bashing lately? In all honesty, I don't really trade crypto. Crypto is not something that I really look at. I think it's just history, isn't it? It goes up and down. Like it'll crash, and then it'll go back up, just the same as everything else. And I think it was so overextended. It was just going up and up and up. At some point, we are going to get a bit of a correction in the market. Oh, Samet, you're from India. It's good to have you here. Mansa, hey. Are you guys traders yourself? Okay, so as soon as these candles close, we'll go through what we are waiting for in terms of these day trades. Let's have a little look and see what's happening over here. We need to be waiting on the 1 hour now. Okay, so, right, I think let's get rid of this. I think we're going to potentially look for buys on GU. My only concern with this is we've had a bit of a rejection from this trend line here. We could literally just ride it up to here and just be kind of bouncing between trend lines, because this is what I find price does a lot of the time. We will literally, especially when we're coming to an end of, the trend lines kind of make this triangle look. And then we're either going to go up or we're going to go down. But until then, you're only really going to be getting those small moves. Yes. What pair are you trading? Now at this point, BTC may make base. So yeah, I don't really look at BTC, guys. I kind of just chose pairs that I feel like I understand the way that they move. And gold, silver, and NQ all move relatively similar. And then Euro USD and GBP USD, I feel like moves pretty similar as well. So I didn't want to overcomplicate and confuse myself, because this was what I was finding at one point, that I was just getting so confused because I was just looking at too many different things. Chris, good morning. How are you? Okay, so we're just waiting on a lot of closures. So we're just going to be patient because we've literally only got 3 minutes. But yeah, so I think we're going to get a bias for gold, which is sad for me because I came out of my swing trade early. And now we are going in the direction. And I was holding that since last Thursday, came out yesterday. But it is what it is. We can always have another trade. I decided to take a smaller loss in case it did want to pull back a little bit more. I felt like we were going to pull back a bit more because we were breaking a lot of structure. We were breaking out of 4-hour daily trend lines. So for me, I was happy to just cut my losses smaller rather than waiting for it to hit stop loss all the way. But it's just a lesson learned, because now I know maybe I do just let it run. But yeah, for me, everything about the trade, market structure and everything had changed from my original bias. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So what I'm going to be looking at now, guys, just so that you are aware, is my day trading strategy, which is using the highs and the lows of Asia liquidity. So we wait for a reaction. When we get to a high or a low of Asia, we either going to see a breakout or we're going to see a rejection. If we see a breakout, then that gives us our bias for buys. If we see rejection, that's when we're going to be looking for the reversal. Okay, great, thanks. Oh, I'm glad you're good, Chris. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, but I don't know if you're asking where I'm from country-wise or just where I live. Crypto. Yeah, I don't really know what you want me to say about crypto, because like I said, I just don't trade crypto, guys. It's just, I don't know, what you want me to do. Loving this setup now, looks smart. Oh, thank you, Chris. Okay, so 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute, and then we got our 1 hour closures. We are very, very overextended on the 1 hour for gold. No, for silver, sorry. Yeah, okay, cool. We've had breakouts. Oh, okay. Breakouts just about. It's quite interesting. So we've had a breakout here. Silver's looking a bit... Okay, we've had a breakout there too. But if you look at silver, we're very overextended. Let's have a look at gold. Gold, not too bad. We had a bit of structure here. And then GU, yeah, it's not too overextended. So maybe we just look at EU and gold and GU. What do you think of the PE coin? I don't know. I don't really do coins and stuff. Okay, so let's have a look at gold. So what I would be doing now is, now that we got our bias, you're a crypto lover, that's why. Fair enough. I don't know enough about crypto to be a lover of it. Okay, so I use the vertical lines to show me what data I'm going to be looking at. So this is the 15-minute. So here, so what I want to be doing now is waiting for new 15-minute structure to be printed. So we're not going to look at anything before this blue vertical line. Just moving forward from this first candle, I'm going to wait for a high or a low. I'm going to wait for a high or a low to be created. See you later, Summit. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. We've got to be patient. This strategy does take patience, but this has massively helped me with my trading, because when I first started trading, and even when I was, focusing massively on trading this year and last year, I found that I was very, very impatient. So strategies that involved a little bit more impulsive behavior wasn't very good for me, because it just really fed into that. Greasy, good morning. Keza, not acting like anything. I'd never said that, so that's just your own assumption. Just another person coming on here to hate. Wonderful. What a lovely morning. Okay, so we're just going to wait on the 15-minute for that structure to be created. So like I said, we want a high or a low before we drop down again to find our entry on the 5-minute. Like I said, 15-minute over here is looking a little bit sus. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to kind of choose to stand silver down. But GU, thank you so much for the follows there on TikTok. So this is good. We're getting quite a bit of momentum. But again, we've got to be so patient. I'm not going to just enter because you see this movement. What I want to... Hey, darling, what's there to hate? I look better than... Why are we talking about looks? I don't even know what you look like. Why do you even care? This live isn't about the way that I look. How very strange. And what I mean by hate is just writing negative comments when you don't even know the person. I think that's really sad. But each to their own. Each to their own. Your Instagram link. So it should be in my YouTube details. All of my links and stuff should be in my YouTube description part. But if it isn't, it's just Doey Trades on Instagram. Okay, so GU, we're literally waiting for the same now. We're waiting maybe for a high or a low to be created. We just want more than just one candle. And this is because on the 15-minute right now, you see we're in the extension. We don't just want to enter because we could then have a bit of a pullback. But if we get our high created, then we see on the 5-minute that continuation. So what I mean by a high is that we're going to get an area of resistance. And then once we've got that area of resistance, we can then look on the 5-minute for that continuation. So that is the important part of the strategy. That's the really important part of the strategy, is that you actually need on the 5-minute, you need structure going in the direction that you are... that your bias is. So we got to be really, really patient. It could actually be a while. Like yesterday, I got my bias for GU in the morning. I didn't take the trade till the afternoon. And yes, I'm judging you. Keza, you are a lovely person. But it's funny because it's hilarious because you mean absolutely nothing to me. But continue to judge, my love. You are a lovely person. Okay, so guys, I am gonna call it a day for the lives here. But you know what I'm looking for? We always get these weirdos. I'm so used to it. There are a lot of weirdos on TikTok, but it's fine. It's fine. Like, you guys are the ones boosting my content, so. Chris, what's your trading hours? London only. No, so not necessarily just London only. Like yesterday, I took a trade in the afternoon because it took quite a long time for my setup to show up. I got my bias during London, but then I didn't actually enter the trade until New York. I think it was maybe around like 12:30 or 1. Nice tattoos. Thank you so much. But yeah, okay, so sorry it was such a slow morning. Like, I was hoping that we'd get a little bit of activity. But yeah, we could be waiting here for a while, so oh, thanks, Love Wisdom. Tankov, sorry, you guys are a bit late to the party. I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at gold buys. I'm looking at GU buys. Let's see how NQ. Nothing on NQ right now. Nothing really on Euro USD. I'm already in a swing trade for Euro USD. We're still in a swing trade for Euro USD sell. Do you trade this every day? So I trade Monday and I think you're talking about live. So Chris, I trade Monday morning and Wednesday morning. If you just make sure you subscribe to the channel, you'll be notified every time I go live. But yeah, I do generally always look at the charts every day, but I don't always trade. Like Monday, I literally missed all my trades. It was pretty disheartening, but Tuesday took a winning trade yesterday, and then we just got to take trades when they show up, not force them. What time is it in London? It is literally just coming up to 9:10 in the morning. But guys, I'm gonna love and leave you. Have the most amazing day. Be careful trading this afternoon because we do have a lot more going on. But I will be back on Monday.